In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a marker print. So marker printing is just a quick and simple way to create an interesting background, creates a fun mixture of colors with a very minimal amount of material. So to create a marker print, you're going to need a plastic sheet, like a transparency sheet. You want a sheet of paper to print on, or you're going to use watercolor paper just because I feel like it picks up and holds the colors a little bit better. You're going to need water-based markers and some water. So for this demonstration, I'm going to use a spray bottle. You can just get your paper wet if you would like. Now, when we create our background and our colors, you can do this a variety of different ways. So you can actually draw designs and patterns and shapes, or you can very simply, and this is what I'm doing, fill your background with just colors. Okay, so I am going to color this whole entire paper, and I'm going to use markers. So I'm using a combination, got a little bit of like a pink and some purple. And then I think I'll skip the blue. I'm gonna use mostly black in the rest of the background. So I'm just gonna fill this in. And then I'm going to add just a small little bit of this kind of turquoise and a few little spots around here also. And maybe up here at the top. And we'll edge that out. Change my mind. We'll edge that out with some blue and some places over here. Okay, so once you have completely covered and filled, you can do this as nice and neat as you want, as messy as you want. We're going to take our paper. Now, the amount of water that you use will determine how clearly that this prints. So if you use a ton of water on your paper, it's going to mix all of the colors together and kind of blend them. If you use very little water on the paper, it will kind of show the individual little water drops, and this will print more clearly. So I'm actually going to use a lot of water because I want my colors to mix. So after I do that, this is the most important thing, is you want to make sure that the marker side is facing up. Okay, and so we're just going to, your marker side facing up, lay the wet paper down on top of this plastic sheet and press down firmly. Now this does get a little bit messy depending on how much water you use. The markers can and will stain your hands, so be aware of that. After we've kind of pressed that firmly, if you're working on a surface that's kind of nice and neat and clean, so if we flip that, you can kind of look and see this looks kind of cool when the plastic is on there. So like I said, it does create a little bit of a mess, but now we can take this. I want to kind of press those kind of gaps in all the way to the edge, so where I've got those air pockets on the sides there. Press that totally flat. And then when I pick that up, it's going to create just the marker. So where this kind of little puddle is down here on the edge, if I want this to kind of dry a little more evenly, I'm just going to get some tissue and kind of soak that up. And just maybe spread that out a little bit to the edge. And blend that. This works a lot better if you use like paper towel or a tissue rather than your hands. And then we'll just kind of let that sit. So that's how you create a marker print.